Good morning, it's Randytbird out here in sunny Arizona. Good morning, hope you're out enjoying your bikes this morning. I'm out here, it's relatively early. We had a monsoon storm or some kind of rainstorm blew through yesterday afternoon. Big dust and then a bunch of rain, and then it moved out. And now it's nice and cool. It's going to be a humid one today, but that's all right. Taking a drive out Mesa Drive through the center of Mesa today. I decided to avoid the freeway in the early going. I take the freeway pretty much everywhere I go. I don't like a lot of crowded streets, but this early in the morning it's not too bad. Crossing over the light rail here into downtown Mesa. This kind of skirts the edges of it. This is in Mesa here. There's a historic area. You look down some of these streets. This isn't too historic right here on the edges, but in the middle part it's not bad. I'm gonna run through a little area real quick. Jaunt through an area called Lehi this morning. Lehi is like a pioneer area of Mesa. The early Mormon settlers came into the area back in, I guess it was the late 1800s. Came here, and a lot of people don't even know this little part of the town exists. It's up here a couple miles, but it has some history, and it's a very different area than the rest of Mesa. It butts up against the river bottom up there. If you want to call it a river, it only flows when they release water from the dams. But back in those days, before they built Roosevelt Dam and the other dams on the Salt River watershed, or whatever you want to call it, the river did flow. So most people, when they come into areas to settle, they want to be by a river because water is the important thing. Especially to farmers, ranchers, and you gotta live, right? And we are in the desert. Mesa's nice and quiet this time of morning. Even though Mesa is 250 plus thousand people here as a suburb of Phoenix, it's not really, it doesn't have a big town feel to it. You know, there's 3.5 million people in this valley, in the Maricopa County and greater metro Phoenix area, but Mesa still has retained some of the smaller town charm. Downtown there's some brew pubs and some there used to be a lot of Main Street business, and there still is, but it's not the support the average Joe business it used to be. Those there's some antique stores and some things of that nature downtown. Guy out on a glide today. I got a great view of the mountains today, heading north through Mesa. Now we're in a pretty much no business area. This is all residential. This is newer here, obviously. But we're coming up here. I think the next light here, as we cross the canal, it drops down a little bit. Yep, across the next light that's coming up is coming into the Lehi area. Now, I used to live up here. The last time I lived in Mesa before we moved to Central Phoenix, I lived in a trailer development there, and it was right on the edge of it, and that was kind of nice. You could take a walk up into that area and it was another world. Alright, McKellips Road coming up. This is the edge of it. As you can see, there's a lot of heavier trees up there. Oh, gotta stop. Thought I was gonna make that light. A lot of trees up in that area. That's where the Lehi development settlement is. So I guess you guys back east are coming to the end of your good riding season. I sorry for you all up there, but here it's just going to be starting. The temperature's finally down into the low 100s here next week. That looks like a KTM, and the temperature is going to get back into the 70s for lows, and that's usually the sign. Of course, we're almost to October now. I can't believe it's the 19th of September. It's just, this year has flown by. Although as bad as 2020 was for a lot of people, 2021 has been tough as well. Kawasaki Voyager looks like. Everybody's making nice bikes these days. I don't know if you ever noticed that. Should be able to get going here. Here we go. All right, now all that other small talk aside, here we come into the road into Lehi. You can see the narrower streets, big trees, and just a cool area in here. Big houses, ranchettes. Very nice. There's Old Glory. Up here in the corner, I believe, if I'm coming to this right one, is the old Lehi School. It's kind of a historic building up here. Somewhere in here. Well, I guess not. I'll turn around. You see, that's a nice house that you might normally see in a place like rural Texas. A cow in the front yard. I'm gonna go up this road a little bit more. Got chickens in the yard. Beautiful. You gotta love it. Tree-lined streets. Now, this may not be too unique to you folks back in the Midwest and up north, but to us, this is very different than Phoenix, Arizona. I believe this road crosses over the freeway here, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I may turn around and go back the other way. I don't know. Yep. Well, that's a little quick view of Lehi and the ranch area. We're going to cross over the freeway here at Mesa Drive. Now, this area is not real scenic right here. We're on the edge of the reservation here now. The Salt River Reservation. Tribal land. We're going to be headed down towards Gilbert Road. Now, you got to watch it through here. There is a dog that comes out here and raises hell with you. At least there was last. There they are. They're trying to keep up. I mean, I should slow down and let them nip at my heels. Nah, I don't think so. There's a fresh crop. It's been planted. It's too bad you can't smell on a GoPro, because it smells really good through here now. Just the freshly planted stuff and the tilled dirt after the rain last night or yesterday afternoon. Got that wet ground smell. It smells really good. More freshly plowed under. I think they're going to be planting, well, some more there soon. There's people that own every car still have every car they've ever had. Whole yard full of cars. There's some dead, some not. There's an old house falling down. Well, it looks like an old one. They just built behind it. More fresh crops. What street we got up here? Probably Stapley. I'm going to turn up Stapley here and see where that goes. It's interesting what they've been putting out here in the rural areas is little LED lights on the stop signs so you can see where you're at. Okay, I'm in the reservation now. Farm country. Some good views here. I'm going too fast according to the sign. You do have to mind your P's and Q's out here on a reservation. They've got kind of a no tolerance speeding policy out here. Yeah, it's beautiful. This is a school of some kind or tribal building. This is Lehi Community Center. It says mask up Lehi. There's a cool little park right there. I'm going to avoid those dogs up there. They look like they'd like to chase me. I'm going to cut down Oak here and see if it goes back to the highway. Looks like a pretty straight road. Very cool park. Another big dog up ahead. Okay, now this dog, I hope he is okay with me going by at his territory. He looks like an old guy just kind of wagging his tail, moseying across the road. There's another one. Another big boy. Now don't chase me, boy. Alright, bye-bye. Alright, that is the one thing you do have to watch out for out here is dogs. Occasional coyote. Maybe even a javelina. That's another road I haven't been on here for, well, ever. Guess must be time to plant fall crops because the fields are all tilled and ready to roll. More dogs. Kind of cool out here. Traffic light out here. This is probably Alma School Road or Dobson. Kind of hard to tell out here on a reservation. Just gotta love farm country. It's a great view to the north of McDowell Mountains. Now this is Gilbert Road. This takes us out towards 87. Anyway, this is Randytbird out here in Arizona, and just thought I'd take a little diversion detour today into a different part of the Mesa. And I want to thank you all for subscribing, and new subscribers this week, welcome. Our regular subscribers, thanks for hanging in there with me, and I appreciate it. And you all have a good one. This is Randytbird. I'm out.